Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Pisces. So Pisces, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So Pisces, your message today is a very simple one, but also a very lovely and very genuine energy, because it seems like you are overflowing with love and light, and it feels like you are sharing that wealth with the world, with maybe your intimate world, maybe the collective as a whole, maybe you are actually helping people. But I want to say that it's like you're not holding back anything when it comes to sharing your love, especially those people that actually cross paths with you. And it's lovely because that brings you this sense of uh, alignment, but also truth. It's like you know that you're being true to your own being, to your own self, to your own heart. And that is beautiful because in every interaction that you have, it feels like things are so balanced, things are so abundant that you are ready to give a lot, because you know that what you're going to be left with is more than enough for yourself. And actually, that just gives you even more inspiration to keep going, which is so beautiful. So there's also a beautiful message coming from the bottom of the deck that I'm going to leave to the end because it's actually very enigmatic and very symbolic. So I feel like it's going to actually tie everything very beautifully. And it's actually like, now it's showing me this bow tie, which is gorgeous. So let's start from the beginning with the Queen of Cups, which is the opening card for this reading today for you. So you are in your essence, right? Your watery essence, but it seems like you are speaking from the heart. And before I saw any of the cards that are coming next, the sensation that I had was that speaking from the heart equals speaking your truth, right? So it's like you know that when your heart is the one giving the shots or making the decisions or even like expressing yourself, you know that you are overflowing with a lot of love, because you see here how in the center of this crown there is this heart. But I often say that the crown itself, it's like this expansive heart, so it's almost like doubling the effect of the love. This is what I feel like you are, either you do it consciously or it's just happening because you are overflowing with love, right? But it's just making it grow. It feels like your heart is just expanding exponentially. And it's almost like you have this feeling of just wanting to give, wanting to smile, wanting to have fun, because with the sun coming next, the sun here is talking about joy, about happiness, about this overflowing love, right? This sensation that is it's like it's all over you, right? It's like you're being overtaken in a sense by all of this love, all of this joy. But the other thing that I'm seeing here with the sun is like how this is opening your eyes to something that perhaps you didn't even know about yourself, not just about your heart, about your purity, about maybe your essence, but also about your personality. Because the sun, and personality, I mean like the true personality, the true self, right? The true being that you are, also through the expression of the personality. Because the sun here is talking about like how the light of your being is being shown, is being seen, is being made visible, right? So it's like, again, you're not holding anything back. You're just expressing the beauty of your being. You're just expressing everything that you feel in your heart, right? And it feels like it's almost like you cannot help yourself, right? It's like you're just very creative, perhaps, especially because at the end here we do have a lot of inspiration. But I want to say it's almost like at first you don't even know like how to express all of that. You're just expressing it however it feels good to you, right? It doesn't need to be like, one specific thing or just one how do I say, like one line of expression or creativity, right? Or, you know, it doesn't need to be just through your work, just through your family life, just through a partnership. It's almost like it's all encompassing, right? It's like it's touching all areas of your life. And this is the reason why whenever you are in your heart space, it's like you just feel like it's growing and growing and growing. And it's gorgeous because it feels like, maybe you don't know this, but I do feel like you have like a little bit of awareness of all of this, because it feels like you are just illuminating a whole room, right? It's like wherever you are, you're bringing the sun with you. So it's like you're bringing your light. Your sun is exponentially big, right? It's like your heart is the size of the sun. So that's the reason why everywhere that you go, everything that you do, every people that you meet along the way, because next we have the 10 of Pentacles, you feel enriched by that exchange, but also they feel like they are gaining a lot because you're sharing your wealth, right? So yes, it's the Pentacles, so it could be in that sense as well, right? I'm not denying that, or not denying, I'm not overruling that, or forgetting about that aspect. Remember, it's like it's all areas of your life that are being touched by this overflowing love, and feeling that it's like you know that you are completely aligned with the truth of your heart, the light of your being. So that's the reason why everything that you have, it's like you just want to share it, right? Remember that to me, the 10s, they represent this shared path. So it's almost like you want to share because you have more than enough, right? You have an abundance of everything. I want to say abundance of love, abundance of awareness, of light, abundance of money or resources or wealth, however you want to see this, right? Whichever aspect or whichever area of your life is more prominent. Although again, I want to emphasize, it feels like it's all encompassing. So you're just ready to give, you're just ready to exchange, right? Because it is an exchange. The 10 of Pentacles, it's an exchange, right? But what you are gaining from this, it's almost like this ability to share, right? It's almost like you know, in order for you to almost like it's not give away a little bit of your love, but it's almost like you have so much that if you don't share it, it's like it's almost like you're going to be suffocated with love, not literally, right? But it's almost like you're going to be drowned in like all of your water. So you need to offer all of this you know, for others to drink from that, right? Or to be illuminated, or to be blessed by everything that you're giving. So it is very enriching for you and for whomever crosses your path. It's like, it's a very beautiful, very loving, but also very very fortunate. That's the word that I was looking for. It's like it's a very fortunate encounter, right? Both of you are just gaining a lot from this, right? Especially because the 10 of Pentacles to me came with the phrase sharing the wealth, right? But as I said, with the Sun, it can be the wealth of everything in your life. Because of the World card that is coming next, that's the reason why I want to say that everything that you have right now, everything that you're feeling about yourself, it's like you're feeling so amazing, so beyond abundant, right? Because you have like the most important abundance of all. It's almost like the money part, the physical part, the material aspect of the abundance, it's just a consequence of this, right? This energetic bliss. But because you're so ready to give, it's almost like in giving to those that are around you, in giving to those that are, you know, in your immediate environment, that are actually crossing your paths, right? You know, on the street, or, you know, your family or your loved ones or your friends, whomever is in this path of the 10 of Pentacles with you, I want to say that it's like you still have more, right? You still feel like you could give even more to the entire world, to the entire collective. And I feel like you are doing that, maybe not in the same way that you're doing the 10 of Pentacles, right? Because maybe this is a very practical thing, so it requires your presence, right? That's the reason why it's the 10 of Pentacles. But because you know that you can give more and more and more, the way that you do so is by sharing it verbally, by like sharing a word of encouragement, sharing your truth, right? Because you know that you are in your truth. You know that whatever is guiding you is coming from this very beautiful, deeply connected, deeply intuitive, heartfelt space. So because of that, it's like you know that you are vibrating in your own essence, in your own light, right? So the truth that you're giving, that you're sharing, it's like it's also part of this shared path. It's just that it has a different way of being received, a different way of being expressed, because it's the Ace of Swords, right? So it's the word. It's like you're sharing your word of truth, your word of love, your word of light, right? So, or awareness or consciousness or whatever feels like it's true to you, you're not going to hold back anything. It's like you're ready to give whatever the collective needs, right? Because you are overflowing with a lot, not just, you know, the resources. Remember, it's all areas of your life, but it starts with love, maybe self-love, right? Maybe it's like you love yourself so much that it's like it feels like you love everybody, right? It's like you love the entire universe, you love the entire earth, the entire collective, you love your neighbors, you love everybody, right? And so you just want to share it. It's like you need to express that, you need to give, you need to share. So it's interesting because there's something that flips here, because with the Ace of Swords, it feels like that's the spoken word that is for the world to hear, to receive it, right? So it's almost like you have been giving to those that are immediately there, right? The ones that are crossing your path. But the world is also in need of that, right? That word of encouragement, the need of like this direction forward, right? Also, I see that with the Ace of Swords. It's like when there is this much clarity, this abundance of clarity, it's like it's easy for you to speak, right? Speaking from the heart. It's like it just makes it easy to speak the truth of your being, the light of your being. And so because you are capable of, you know, just illuminating an entire room, it's like you know that maybe what you say is also capable of illuminating the whole world. And that is something that is just even more motivating for you to speak. And when you do, because this is what I feel like the Ace of Swords is here to express, right? It is the spoken word, it is the expression, it is the sharing of a knowledge. The Six of Pentacles coming next, this feels like the exchange is complete. And when you are, it's like when you are, you know, imagine the Ten of Pentacles being you meeting with another, or you speaking to the world, or you giving something that you have, right? Because the Six of Pentacles is right underneath the Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like the waters are opening up for this meeting to happen. And as soon as the exchange happens, as soon as the word is spoken, whatever you need to give, it's now in the hands of the other, right? And the exchange has been made. It feels like you're ready to keep on moving because you know that you have plenty, right? It's like you have still more than enough for yourself. So it's like you're ready to continue this road of exchange, this road of give and take, this road of just sharing and sharing and sharing, right? So also, the Six of Pentacles to me represents the train that is on track, right? And what I just heard is like it's on time. So it's like, even if you feel like maybe you've shared a lot with those that are closest to you, but maybe you haven't really paid attention to the world at large, I want to say that this train is on time. So you're going to speak, you know, always following the guidance from your heart. You are going to speak the truth. You are going to speak from your heart space. So it's always going to arrive at the perfect time for those that need that guidance, for those who need that truth, right? That word of encouragement. And that is just, it's also encouragement to you. It's also inspiration for you, because Pisces, the Two of Wands here ending this reading. Well, first of all, if the Six of Pentacles is this train that is on track and on time, the Two of Wands is the new horizon, right? But it's interesting because it's almost like you get to dream what is this new track, or what is this continuation of this track, right? Especially because the twos, to me, they represent the steps forward. But today, because it's the Two of Fire, and I know that sometimes I see the symbol of the wand suit as a tree, so maybe more of like an earthy quality. Today I'm seeing this as fire, right? And it's just giving me this expression that San told me about. Now I can remember if it's like fire feet or warm feet, which is like the opposite of cold feet. So it's like you're sure that you have to speak your truth. You know that by taking these steps and sharing with others, it's like you know that you have more than enough to give, because in giving, it's like the train is moving, because you know that you have enough resource to keep on going, right? Because imagine, it's almost like when you are in this exchange, you are in the Ten of Pentacles, right? And then realizing that you can give even more to more people, right? To like a bigger collective, to the entire world. And maybe this is only like a simple meditation, right? It's like just it's almost like giving your presence. It's like just being present, right? Just being this light for the world. It doesn't need to be, you know, communicating to the whole world. Maybe for some people is that, but maybe it's just like the intention of driving your focus, you know, directing your thoughts to giving back to the world, right? And so in giving to the world and giving to more and more people, you know that still you have enough fuel to keep the train moving, right? And because of that, you know that you are, it's almost like you are ready to go and explore new territories, right? Because it's like the horizon that is opening up. It's like you know that you are in for this. It's like you are inspired to continue this. So you know that you are completely it's like not only you have the finances, you know, the resources, the health, right? You know that you have the inspiration, you know that you have the motivation, you know that you have the energy, right? It's like this very soulful fire, right? It's like this instigation, like this it's interesting, it's coming through as like this hunger to keep on taking the steps to see what is this new horizon. And so because it all starts from the heart space, and remember that the two hearts are almost like, one is like the essence of your being, but the other is almost like what you have to give, right? It's like everything that you have to share with others. Here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. But this Lovers, well, first of all, as I said in the beginning, I was seeing it as a bow tie, right? So it's almost like this perfect cherry on top of this first part of the reading, which is very simple yet very, very powerful. And I feel like it's like you know what you're doing, you know how much you can give, you know to whom you want to share this, right? Or with whom you want to share this. And it's like you know that you have more and more and more that wants to be expressed, that wants to be delivered in a sense, right? And how this really illuminates like an entire room full of people, right? Maybe the entire collective. So it's almost like this final touch, right? The final touch, so that you know that you're doing whatever it takes. And it's still very inspiring. It's like you haven't lost your fuel, you haven't lost your passion. It's like everything is on track, and you are still even more motivated than perhaps in the beginning, right? Maybe when you started working on this self-love, right? And so I want to say that the beautiful message that I was receiving from this Lover's card here at the bottom of the deck is an hourglass. And maybe that's the reason why also I heard that this train is also on time, not just on the same track, right? Or on the right track. It's also on the right time, right? Because what I was seeing here is the two hearts, right? It's like your human heart and your spirit heart, or your soul, right? It's like your higher self's heart. There is a point of connection. And I want to say, like, the same way that the hourglass, it's like, you know, the sand that is within, right? It's like from one side to the next is the same sand. It is going to go to the other side no matter what, right? It's not going to be diminished. It's not going to be decrease, is not going to disappear. It's like the entire content of one side is going to be connected to the other side in time, right? And so maybe also the bow tie is what I'm receiving now. It's almost like the preparation for when it's like everything from your higher self's heart. It's like when you have received it all, right? It's almost like you're going to flip it, right? So but the midpoint here is like the bow tie. It's like, so it's almost like things are balanced. Maybe that's the reason why you feel like you're also overflowing, because, and you know, it's maybe counterintuitive, because if, you know, the hourglass is sideways, maybe there isn't an exchange, right, between your higher self and you. But that's not what I'm seeing, because it's almost like there is this shift, right? It's almost like maybe the higher self has been giving and giving and giving to you. That's the reason why you are overflowing with love. And now that the Lover's card is like turning sideways to this to become this bow tie, it's almost like get ready, because it's like now you're going to give back to your higher self, or even like to the world, right, to the others, like to everyone in your life. So it's almost like now, it's almost like it's flipping the hourglass. You see what I mean? So, but the content is the same, right? Even though there is like a tight squeeze here and it may take time, right? But things are on track. It's like the train is exactly on time. There is nothing delayed. There is nothing wrong. It's like you are as motivated as maybe when you took the first step, right? In, you know, working on your self-love, or working on opening your awareness and becoming more clear about your own light, about your own being, right? So, but now that things are way more clear, it's like maybe this is the surprise, right? It's like, wow, I can't believe, it's like it feels like I'm taking the first step, but it's also like not, right? Because you have walked like a long way, and that's the reason why you're able to, you know, exchange with so many people and give so much of your energy, so much of your love, because you know that it's like this is something that it's very exponential, right? It's almost like the content of this hourglass, it's just growing and growing and growing, right? The more that it turns, right? It's like the more that it passes. It's so fascinating. This, I've never seen this with this card. So yeah, this is very, very beautiful. It's very potent, right? It's like this very beautiful love and heart expansion. It's like it's just overflowing. You are overflowing with love. And so you're ready to give. And that just keeps growing. It's like you just keep on wanting to share and share and share. And you're motivated about that. It's like you're inspired. You just want to keep on taking those steps. Because you know, in a sense, that it's like that is coming from a higher place, right? So Pisces, I am going to pull more cards for you to see where this wants to go next. Maybe to see more about all of this journey of sharing with the world. So I am going to pull more cards, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.